up, man?
Oh, man.
How you feeling today?
Back on where we left off.
We back on. We back on. How you feeling, man? What's good?
Another week. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no complaints.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody want to hear him anyway.
Yeah. I mean, somebody might want to hear him. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling great. You know what I mean? Where's Nancy at? She here yet? Not yet. All right. Hey, man. We got a few things we want to talk about. It's a little interesting nowadays. I mean, we got a lot of distractions, I would say.
Hella distractions.
A lot of them. A lot of distractions. I'm trying to figure out why are they trying to distract us and from what? You got an idea what that might be? Anything?
Other than Epstein?
I mean, yeah, that's definitely been a situation. Epstein has been something that we talked about for a while, along with Trump.
Hey, man, this dude is like downhill rollerblade. Full speed.
I'm just tired of talking about him. I just put it like that.
He's doing a whole lot. He's doing the most.
I think, you know what I'm saying, like all presidents in my eyes has always been puppets, if you would, right? They're always the fall guy. There's always somebody in the back on that on the strings controlling the puppet. You know, we always put our blame on the person that we see all the time in front of us.
So we're going to focus on the puppet masters.
I think we want to focus on the puppet masters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what we want to do.
Stop looking at the Sherbert puppet.
Yeah, I mean, he has been doing so much to where it's just like, I would say, it's disgusting. Everything that come out of his mouth is kind of like vomit, right? Like, hold on, let me see. Something like this, like.
Oh yeah, that's gross.
Yeah.
Now that's the business he on right now.
That's what he on. And I'm tired of hearing him regurgitate all this garbage. So we're gonna focus on some other things today.
So we focus on who's stuffing him full of garbage.
Yeah.
All right, bet.
Yeah. But there's a couple things we got to talk about. Like, there's been a lot of mass shootings.
True.
What's your take on this, man? Is it? I mean, because it seems like we deal with it every year. There's always a lot of mass shootings, but this one in particular has been amped up a lot. How many shootings has been, or mass shootings? Like 238 mass shootings just this year.
Yeah, I think it might have grown in the last week. I mean, recently, yeah, because this shootings every day, and I guess that would go to the other point. Another hell of a distraction, because ain't nobody talking about them shootings.
Like, for example, right? Here's one that I caught. Check this video out.
Also developing this morning in Brooklyn, the search for possibly 4 killers who fired dozens of shots inside a nightclub in Crown Heights early Sunday morning.
Here's what we know. 3 people were killed, 10 wounded, and this morning no arrests have been made. Eyewitness News reporter Crystal Cranmore joins us live in Crown Heights with the latest on this investigation. Crystal.
Good morning, Pedro and Sandra. Well, more than 24 hours later, there's still a police presence here at Taste of the City Lounge. Police have identified the 3 victims killed in the shooting as 19-year-old Marvin St. Louis, 27-year-old Amadou Diallo, and 35-year-old Jamel Childs. Now, according to authorities, they do believe that St. Louis and Childs were involved in the shooting, but at this point, they're still looking for at least 2 other suspected gunmen. Let's get straight to that video. 42 shots, according to police, rang out at Taste of the City Lounge on Franklin Avenue around around 3 o'clock Sunday morning, sending patrons scrambling for their lives. St. Louis and Childs were rushed to the hospital with multiple gunshots to the body. Police say they died at the hospital. Diallo, meanwhile, died at the scene with a gunshot wound in the head. 10 other people were injured, all victims of what detectives believe to be gang violence. Detectives have recovered grainy surveillance video from inside the restaurant that appears to show St. Louis in a gunfight with Childs. Now, crisis intervention teams were dispatched to try and prevent gang members from retaliating. We ended up speaking with eyewitnesses shaken up by the carnage.
Woo. Man,
Yeah.
that's diabolical.
That's just a couple of them, you know. And it's just
that joint up, man.
it's just amping up more and more in all these cities, man.
Condolences to the families, man.
Absolutely,
Lost their shoulders.
definitely to the fullest, man. So we got a lot of them. We got, you know what I mean, people escaping from jail, convicts. Have you heard about this? There's this murder rapist who escaped. He used his brain, I guess, right? Because the guards wasn't doing anything. First of all, they not doing their job, if you would, right?
And their job is just to sit there and watch.
Pretty much watch, but they're not even doing that part, right? Dude, he takes some Sharpies from, I guess, somewhere, wherever in the facility.
I saw that.
Colored all his white, or one of his white shirts, all black.
That was ingenious. You know, as an artist, I salute. Like if you fail for that, you know what I'm saying? The Sharpie,
The Sharpie.
I'm gonna create a whole deputy outfit with Sharpies. You know what I mean? They should have seen the Sharpies missing. They just kept ordering Sharpies.
And then he just waved him down. The guard at the tower, let me through. But let him through.
It looked official.
Okay, so
Off the Sharpies.
so what we'll do, we'll get Nancy's opinion real quick when we come back from this video.
This is the moment the former police chief and convicted murderer known as the Devil in the Ozarks escaped from an Arkansas prison. And this morning, an internal review says Grant Hardin planned his escape 6 months in advance, allowing him to walk out in a fake law enforcement uniform by telling an officer to open the gate. The Arkansas Department of Corrections said Hardin used markers he found lying around the prison kitchen where he worked to color his clothing and crafted a phony badge out of a tin can. The review identified a series of security lapses. A kitchen worker gave Hardin unsupervised access to a loading dock, and the guard who opened the gate failed to verify Hardin's identity. The prison has also repositioned surveillance cameras after the review found Hardin took advantage of blind spots.
This report seems to sort of point out a lack of supervision, a lack of following their own rules, a lack of classification.
Hardin stored provisions to survive on the outside, but told authorities the search team cut him off from his supplies. He said he ate whatever he could find, including berries, bird eggs, and ants. He drank creek water and distilled water from a machine he stole from the prison infirmary. The review says he intended to lay low, wait out the search, prepared to hide in the woods for 6 months. Then he told investigators he got hungry and concerned about the search teams closing in. He was caught 2 weeks after his escape when he began to move. Now,
I bet he did.
Yeah, dysentery.
I'm talking about them berries and that creek water, that, you know, tore that system up. You're like, you know what? I think they closing in on me, man.
Yeah.
I'm done.
He was drinking elk lemonade.
That's disrespectful. Hey, Nancy, what's going on?
Cuzzo!
Hello.
Hey, so have you heard about it? Well, I'm pretty sure you probably heard about it, but you know, my question to you is how you feel about, or do you think that all the stuff that we see in the news is distractions from the bigger picture?
Of course it is. A lot of it is. I mean, it takes away the attention. It takes away attention from everything that's going on inside of, our government. We're not talking much anymore about Putin and Trump's meeting. We're not talking much about the National Guard, how in the police department that's been and I'm just paraphrasing, put under the the government. We're not taught. There's so many things that they're trying to take our attention away from that is happening in our that's happening at the highest echelons, and that's a scary thing. And not to say that none of this stuff is happening and things like that, because times are hard. Um, but it seems like a lot more focus is being put on these things here instead of us, especially with the Democrats. We don't realize, understand, know like the updates about the Democrats and the walkout. You got the Republicans putting out, propaganda and advertisements, trying to shine a bad light on the Democrats, stating that they need to get back into they need to go on back so that they can, still continue with the business of the country. So many different things. So yeah, they are distractions. Yeah, they are distractions.
Speaking of the DC troops, the additional troops being sent to DC.
Their occupation? That's what it looked like.
Definitely. And it's ironic that it's happening in DC, right?
Of course.
It's happening there first.
Chocolate City?
Not anywhere else. Now that's a good point. It is Chocolate City. Now to my understanding, I could have sworn that DC had the most black people there in one state as far as
running neck and neck with Mississippi.
That's the best place to start. And if you knew, the District of Columbia ain't a part of America.
Oh yeah, they ain't got no rights.
They got their own government.
They got the right to go to federal jail.
They got their own flag.
For jaywalking.
They got their own military. Am I off? Am I on? Oh, okay. The census says, and the professional who's done it, who's been there, says, yeah, DC bogus. Well, let's see what's going on in Bogus City.
Bogusville.
Yeah.
Republican governors from West Virginia, South Carolina, and Ohio announced over the weekend that they will send National Guard troops to Washington, D.C. to support President Trump's efforts to federally take over law enforcement in that city. West Virginia will send between 300 to 400 National Guard troops, while South Carolina authorized the deployment of 200 troops, and Ohio said it will send 150 to the nation's
capital. Yikes. Okay.
Doing the most.
Distraction.
Yikes indeed.
Distraction. Anyway, what else do we got as far as distractions? We got what?
Man, he got all the Bitcoin from Pakistan.
I'm glad you said something about Pakistan.
Like, man, how every day is Christmas for the president? Just everybody bring him gifts. Like
he is definitely getting
king of dictators.
Them noble gifts. I guess if that's what you would call it. But in Pakistan, right? Like I say, Mo.
Because we got the gold bar last week, right?
Yeah, they got the gold bar. Yeah, you got the gold bar. But in Pakistan, just like you said, right? Pakistan, they are experiencing certain things that I'm not sure if we are seeing it in our news. But they just had a flood, you know what I'm saying, not too long ago. Check this out, man. Crazy, Jack.
In Qadir Nagar, a remote village in northern Pakistan, friends and relatives were putting the final touches to the decorations for a family wedding when a torrent of mud and water swept through the house. Ehsanullah, a close relative who survived, told us 28 members had gathered here for the festivities. All of them are dead.
The people who lived in this house were my relatives. They were all here for the wedding when the flash flood struck. Most of them are now buried under the debris, and we can't dig them out with our bare hands. Heavy machinery is urgently needed to recover their bodies.
People from nearby villages came to help with the search and recovery efforts.
I have never witnessed a flood like this in my life. What we saw felt like doomsday.
In Mingawara, one of the biggest cities in the region, several people have been confirmed dead, and some are still unaccounted for. The scale of the damage is evident days after a devastating flood. A major cleanup operation is still underway, and the search for the missing is still ongoing. The flood has left a trail of destruction in its wake. This used to be a parking lot. People are still trying to dig out the vehicles, buried under mud and rubble.
Our man, I ain't trying to cap on no tragedy, man.
You just couldn't keep it together, huh?
Somebody need to get that granddaddy, man. He should be out there like that, man.
Oh, that's bad, man. Yeah, so they got the bogus flood, right? People getting trapped under all this debris and stuff. Not only that, they got this massive grave that they just found.
Oh, that ain't good.
Oh, it ain't good at all. Let's see how good it ain't.
This is the Al-Hafsa site, just south of the city of Mosul in northern Iraq. Authorities believe it could contain the remains of thousands of people, all executed by the Islamic State group.
Today, the work has started to exhume and identify the bodies of victims and martyrs. Next, we wait for the University of Mosul to allocate the necessary funds to open the pit completely.
Iraq's second largest city, Mosul, fell to the jihadis in 2014 as they swept across Iraq and Syria in a lightning advance. It was recaptured in 2017 by Iraqi forces, backed by American and international support. The self-proclaimed caliphate's Syrian capital, Raqqa, was recaptured by Kurdish forces months later. In the intervening years, eyewitnesses say IS fighters transported condemned captives to Al-Hafsa by the busload. 70% of the bodies at the site are believed to have been Iraqi military and police personnel, with others including members of the country's Yazidi minority, whose men were slaughtered while its women were forced into sexual slavery.
Yeah, they got issues going on over there.
They ain't showing that on CNN.
Nah, you ain't seeing that on your regular tubage. Have you heard of this one, Nancy? No? Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. It's really sad, really heartbreaking. As to, all of that is going on. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's really crazy.
It's real bad. I mean,
really crazy.
And then we got, more news, like your weather. And prayers go out to those who are dealing with Hurricane Aaron over in that region of the planet. You know what I mean?
It's perilous times.
Most definitely.
If you just so happen to take a vacation or you actually live out there and you was there during that time, Godspeed, man. Hopefully you good. But yeah, Hurricane Aaron.
Overnight, the National Hurricane Center upgraded Hurricane Aaron to a Category 4 storm. This is a live look for you from Turks and Caicos, where you can already start to see that storm is whipping up the surf and blowing trees. And closer to home, mandatory evacuations are in place for visitors and residents on Hatteras Island and Ocracoke. Now, this is video from hurricane hunters showing the flooding already in Puerto Rico. NOAA says Aaron is one of the most rapidly intensifying storms in the Atlantic Ocean's history. It's not expected to make U.S. landfall, but the high winds and rip currents and flooding could all impact the coast.
The most strongest recorded hurricane. More greater than Katrina, but we will talk about that another time. Yeah.
The weather is intensifying. You don't want to believe it, go stand outside for a little bit.
Yeah, it's pretty tough out there. So, we got, let's look at the price index for the consumer price index for just July of this year.
Is it going up?
For this year. Is it going up? It's going up.
Year. And in particular, meats up 5.8%, poultry up 3.1%, eggs 16.4%, and coffee up 14.5%.
Keep in mind that certain foods like coffee, like cocoa that's used in chocolate, we can't grow these here. So, we're going to be faced with either higher prices or really changing what we drink.
Phil Lempert, the super.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna be changing everything. Who we buying our food from?
They didn't think about that before they.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they thought about it. Have you thought about it?
Before they started kicking them people out the country.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they thought about it. They got a think tank of 12 people that just sit around the table and they just think on how to fuck up the world.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But that would have been number one on the list right there. Get rid of people that make the good food. Pick the good food.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fresh food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Who needs fresh food, right?
I mean, not substantiate the body and the mind with the. No, they don't want that.
No, who needs that? But there are some other things I want to kind of touch on for a second before we really dive into some. You ever heard this app? It's viral. Nancy, have you heard of it? It's an app that's just going viral right now.
What's the name of the app?
Which one?
Spill the tea? The tea app? Ooh. Have you heard of that one, Nancy?
Now that one I have not heard of.
No.
Spill the tea.
What? Yeah, they spilling tea, I guess, apparently.
Worse than Twitter?
Twitter X. I think
or Twitter, formerly known, X, formerly known as Twitter. There we go.
Yeah, that part. I just checked that out a couple of weeks ago. Blew my wig, Jack.
What the heck?
Even you need to throw 2 more X's on it.
The AAA5?
Yeah, it's terrible. But no, this app, okay, all right. It's called
Spill the Tea.
Spill the Tea. The tea app. I don't know. Okay. But it's an app that allows women to come together as a collective.
Right? How would I know about that?
Because you ain't a woman, so you won't get to be on there. You don't get to get on there at all, okay? All right. But it's an app that allows women to come together collectively and share, good moments and precious memories and things of that nature.
Is that right?
No, that's not right.
I was going to say spill the tea is mostly like gossip, I would think.
Yeah.
Like telling all your business.
Yeah, it's a lot of business being told.
There's a lot of business being told.
Apparently, right? So let's break it down just a little bit. So the app, you could get on as a woman, but you have to verify first. Okay? You got to go through this strenuous process, I guess, of identifying that you are a female, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I guess before they had like a breach before when it first came out.
A breach?
Yeah, and people's information was getting took.
The women had a breach.
Yeah. No pun intended. Right. So, okay. And I guess it's a long waiting process for you to actually get on. Okay. Now once you in now, right? You know what I'm saying? And what you could do is you could go ahead and I guess apparently the formula is you could go ahead and take somebody else's picture, put it on this platform, and I guess the average or the normal question will be
that picture becomes the topic of discussion.
So the question would be who got the tea on this guy?
Oh wow, that's what they spit.
Who got the tea on this guy?
Oh wow.
Okay, now what I don't agree with it is this part. Okay. Women are on here and they're taking a man's picture. Now what if he was a teacher, professor, somebody that, that's around a lot of people that has a profession that they have to uphold, and you actually taking this person's picture, put it on this platform and saying all kind of stuff that he would never know about because he's a man. He can't get on the platform to see. But all these women are saying all good things or maybe bad things about this individual, right? Now, let's break it down just a little bit more so I can get off this goddamn topic. Women they have, Nancy, you heard of girl code?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, none of that
Like cat
applies to
code.
this. Right, none of that applies to this.
So hold up, when they spilling the tea, they breaking the code too.
They breaking all the codes.
All the codes?
All of. All of. Like, okay, for example, right?
We got examples.
I got a couple examples.
This must be good.
I do got a couple examples.
It seems like you got the inside source on this right here. If only help us.
No, I ain't got no inside source or nothing. Not at all.
Okay, let's get to the you did.
So when you set up a profile as a woman on this platform, right?
I would never.
As a woman, when you set up your profile, right? You ain't got to put no picture.
Oh wow.
You can put whatever the hell, whatever kind of name you want.
So once you get your verification, or you could be an emoji or whatever.
No, you're gonna be a name that makes no damn sense. It don't even apply to you, your character, nothing. You just made a name, no picture. Nobody could click on you or your name or none of that shit to see who you are.
So hold up. This ain't this ain't catfish. This pufferfish.
Oh, this is more than pufferfish. It's like shark fin soup, nigga, because this is disrespectful. No, let's keep going, right? So they're going back and forth. They took somebody's name, a picture, put it on here. It don't matter if you was on Facebook or you actually had a dating website or whatever. Bam, they're gonna take your picture, put it in here, bam, start fishing. Who got the tea? Okay. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, for example, there's all kinds of crazy ass names and shit that makes no damn sense. And they're going back and forth in these conversations, right? Talking about a dude and all the things that they did with him. Okay. How much of he ain't this and he ain't that. Right. And you don't even know who you talking to. That's the thing, right? You, as two females, right? You can have a sister that's in another room. Her name is this, your name is that. Y'all both going back and forth about a nigga that y'all fuck.
Okay.
Going at it.
Hold on. So you mean tell me you can have no neck and ponytail having a conversation and they don't even know who they talking to.
They don't know who you don't know who's who. So yeah, you just got conversation of you. Your name, your picture on the big board. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it look like.
That's what it look like.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just a name, no picture. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna talk about everything I know about this individual. The level of defamation of character, so disrespectful. A man don't have a chance to get on there and try to defend himself at all, right? That's that part. There's no receipts. You just posting shit. And then you could be talking about somebody that you was dealing with how long ago? So now you just out there fishing, talking about, oh yeah, who did this with this dude, or he did this with this dude. Now you just looking for information or looking for some type of drama. I guess that's what it is. Everybody likes drama, so this is the new drama app. So I'm pretty sure if there's any fly listening to this one, they can be like, oh, I need to get my, so I could go ahead and start checking up, because all you gotta do is put a person's name in there. I know you ain't in there. You've been married since the 90s, so I know you good, you know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure I'm just getting disrespected against the wall, like, oh, he was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's the new viral thing going on. This bullshit, that's what I'm gonna call it. Yeah. Now, I'm actually, no, seriously, I'm actually in the early
That's
stage.
not it. You do know that's not the first of its kind. They have others out there that other websites out there similar to Spill the Tea. This just happens to be one that's going viral for whatever reason, probably because of them spilling the tea on this publicly. But there are others out there, especially when they do like the investigative background checks on these dudes that they date, and they talk about You know, whether or not if they're married, if they're on a DL, if they have kids, no kids, job, no job, you know, how they treat their dates and things like that. It's not the first of its kind.
Yeah, this is the same
There's
thing.
more out there.
This is that same thing. Absolutely. You would think it would be like, okay, a platform where women are coming together and say, hey, this individual, you know, he's a man of a woman beater, he's abusive, we'll look out for him. Or this individual, he's out here, you know what I'm saying, giving people the bubonic plague.
Hold up, don't they still?
But it's none of that.
Don't they still got the Housewives series going?
I'm pretty sure they do.
Oh well, yeah, this ain't nothing new then.
It ain't nothing new. You know what is new? You like
We have
shrimp?
some news right now. The FDA is warning the public not to eat possibly radioactive shrimp sold at Walmart. Yes, I am serious. According to ABC News, the Food and Drug Administration is warning the public to not eat, sell, or serve certain great value raw frozen shrimp sold at Walmart due to possible contamination with Celsium-137, a radioactive isotope. Apparently,
Man, I'm glad the pimp gone.
Walmart?
Walmart.
Of
Pimp.
all places, Walmart. Why
Pimp.
would you get your food, your
Pimp
seafood
C.
from Walmart?
Pimp C wouldn't need to see today. Not the day that this happened. Radioactive shrimp. What they trying to do, man? We definitely switched into a different dimension. We got radioactive shrimp. Hey, you seen the picture of the rabbits with the stuff hanging off of their face?
I keep hearing about it, but I ain't seen it.
Oh man, that's just nasty.
Radioactive, or the wait a minute, this is the rabbits with the.
It's like they got little nasty tentacles. I was just like, maybe they fell in some mud or something. But the pictures make it look like it's some tentacles coming off the side of their face. So yeah. Now we got radioactive shrimp. Then we had like killer mosquitoes and bees or something like that.
We had no, it was radioactive too. Radioactive wasp.
Radioactive wasp.
Yeah, it was. Yep, it sure was. Well, just last week, right?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Yeah. All right. But anyway, we done with the distractions.
Okay. No more.
No more.
No more.
We done.
To the nitty gritty.
We done with the distractions. Let's talk about a couple of individuals who are, and I'm sure it's more. I'm sure it's more. But we're gonna focus on 6 individuals. Okay. These 6 individuals are all billionaires, I believe. One of them, his net worth is not available to the public, but he's been selling shit like a motherfucker though. Anyway, all right. So the first person we're gonna talk about is George Soros.
Ooh.
George Soros.
I think I heard him.
Now,
he got a nickname. The man that broke the Bank of England, I believe.
he is the disruptor of things. What he'll do is he'll go into a country or something like that, and he'll disrupt it, make a profit off of it, and be out. For example, he'll probably come to America, right? And then he'll make the stock market go down somehow on a particular item. Okay, it goes down. He'll buy it at the pennies. Okay, get it to go back up. When it's at the hundreds, he sells and he's out. And the effect of this is him fucking up the economy, doing so, right? So he has, I believe, a net worth of what is it?
7.2.
7.2 billion.
Let me get some of that.
As of May 25th, his net worth is 7.2 billion.
Run that.
You did. But yeah, that's what he do. He profits off of pretty much messing up other people's countries, in a sense, financially. So, have you heard of this young fella? This young strappy fella?
He don't look like no whippersnapper.
Look at that face. Ain't innocent as it could be.
I don't want to look at that face.
I don't either. Nancy, what's your take on young George.
Man. Wow. Wow. Oh man. My take on this is wow, what a way to make money, especially we can't even get how he know what's gonna man. That's smart. That's all I'm gonna say. It's pitiful, but it's smart. I mean, but but I'm curious though, looking and seeing how he gives away all of this money.
Well, I mean,
It's a lot. I just wow.
He's donated over 32
Like
billion.
32 billion, yeah.
To Open Society
So
foundations, and 15 billion of that has already been distributed, representing 64% of his original fortune. So yeah, he gives back.
You want to qualify that under doing the most.
He does do the most.
Another individual doing the most.
He does do the most.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, hey, they in the Bible it said it's easier to go through the eye of a needle than to be wealthy and get in there.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Just a lot goes along with having that money.
Yeah. You know, there's another person that got a lot of money. Bill Gates.
Of course he's on the list.
Now,
of course he's on the list.
And we're going to have to dive into each individual a little later and see who are they? Where they come from? You know, how you get your fortune, stuff like that. You know, what you represent, things like that. But the next person, Bill Gates, another billionaire. Okay.
Billionaire.
He got 118 million. Okay. Young Bill Gates is the owner of, what's that, Microsoft?
Yeah.
Been killing it since the 90s. He's very big on, what would that be? Fucking up your food. How else do I put it? Because he don't want anything natural in the food. He want everything to be genetically modified. And he wanted to be his seeds.
His seeds?
Yeah, his seeds. So a lot of farmers are getting put out of business because if you're not using his seeds, then he pretty much either buy you out.
That just sounds bogus.
Or whatever. Yeah. But if you want to stay in business, you just go ahead and get his seeds. You did?
How you have a monopoly on seeds?
Well, seeds is everything. That's your main source of the beginning part of the food.
Yeah, but I'm saying how you get the monopoly on seeds. How they let him get the monopoly on seeds.
How they do a lot of things.
Same way you did with Microsoft until they had they sued him, but same way.
Yeah. Like I say, he got a net worth of
over in the court.
118 billion.
118.
118. As of this year.
And this is after he done gave portions away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Old Bill Gates.
Doing pretty good.
He's doing pretty good, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
118.
Good for who?
Himself.
Definitely he himself, for sure.
He ain't slid not a penny this way. He slid you a couple dollars.
I ain't got nothing from him.
Okay. Cuz
Yep.
Bill slid you some money.
It'd be nice if he slid me some money. It would be nice.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bill. Slide some money. We'll lay off.
You slide me. Yep, slide me or something. Give me a piece. I could use it. I could.
Now
you got to the next third.
The next person. The next billionaire we want to talk about.
Another billionaire?
Another one. This is the founder of the World Economic Forum.
Uh-oh.
Old Klaus.
Uh-oh.
Schwab. Klaus Schwab.
Klaus?
Yeah. Now don't get it mistaken for the other Klaus. It's not that Klaus.
Oh, okay, my bad.
You would think, okay, you talking about Klaus from American Family? No, not that one. We are talking about the different, although they do have, you know what I mean, the same kind of tone when they speak, you know, ironically.
Definitely some similarities, I believe.
It's definitely some similarities. But young Klaus, when I look at him when he's doing interviews, straight up, I feel like he got that look like, are you really gonna ask me that? You know how I make you disappear, right? Go ahead, ask it.
That dude making people disappear.
Look here. He gonna make a whole lot of people disappear, not just one, but a whole lot. Now, his net worth is ranging approximately 11.2 billion.
Got you, George.
11.2 billion.
Set the game up, George.
And this is the founder of the World Economic Forum. Okay. All right.
Definitely familiar with that.
Very young, strappy young fella, I guess.
Them two words do not apply to that book, right?
No? Young or strappy? Okay.
No.
No. But he started the World Economic Forum. You know what that is?
Yeah, of course. You know, I got a fun fact for you.
Okay.
Guess who is the technology coordinator of the World Economic Forum? They got a sister that been in the headlines.
I don't know.
Oh, Miss Maxwell.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Her sister. It's Isabella.
Cut it out.
Gee.
You talking about who don't move to happy camp, Maxwell?
Come on, man.
Well, look, let's get a little history.
Talk about the coffee.
Let's get a little history of the World Economic Forum, when it started, and blah blah, blah.
The World Economic Forum was founded in 1971. It was first named the European Management Forum and later changed the name World Economic Forum in 1987. The name change coincided with its broadened vision to include providing a platform for resolving international conflicts. Its mission is cited as committed to improving the state of the world by engaging business, political, academic, and other leaders of society to shape global, regional, and industry agendas. For a few decades, Davos Forum has been a symbol and advocate of globalization. However, 2016 and 2017 have witnessed a tide of anti-globalization in Europe, from Brexit to raising voices of nationalism in presidential elections in France and the Netherlands. Now the question is, can these changes in Europe hamper the influence of World Economic Forum?
Just a quick little history of the World Economic Forum.
They've been at it for a minute then.
Since 71. I think that's right around the same time when they changed the court system from being innocent to proving guilty to guilty till proven innocent. I think that happened in 71. I believe so. Anyway.
That was slavery. They go back to slavery.
1971. Did I say 18? 1971. My bad. My bad. But anyway, Mr. Klaus, he's very big on the fourth industrial revolution.
Hey, so.
The fourth industrial revolution.
That old book right there is on the fourth revolution.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. That's his driving factor.
Gotcha.
You did. You did. So come on back. And let's just see what he has to say about how the importance of the fourth. Oh, matter of fact, let's just see kind of what that really looks like or what that is.
Okay.
The idea of the fourth industrial revolution is raised by Professor Klaus Schwab, founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum. He believes the latest technological revolution is more profound than any prior period of human society. Global economic challenges, such as revolutionary changes in various industries brought by mobile supercomputing and artificial intelligence. Yet, the rapidly developing technologies have left questions on whether human society can adapt to the changes and whether the revolution will further increase income inequality.
I know he ain't confused about that.
So that's the fourth industrial revolution. I mean, we had 3 prior to that. And let me see if I got that image, man. And we came a long way. What's your take on this situation as far as us going to the next step in evolution, as they like to call it, I guess?
I mean, well, where your feet planted at right now, it ain't too good. So before you take that next step, I think you need to get your shoes cleaned off and get your steps in order. Because what they trying to push us with, what they're proposing to push us towards, is again, keep using it, it's diabolical. Very, very diabolical. Like if we see the speaking on seeds, this is like the very, very beginning. Like we just show how the prices is rising for everything. People, that was one of the justifications for putting the young Sherber back in office. We wanted, cheaper eggs, gas, you know what I'm saying, and be able to do our thing, get good food in your system. And it done went the opposite. It ain't go down, it done went up. You know what I'm talking about? People losing jobs, unemployment rate going up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, we're focusing on these individuals, and it's a deep dive in showing that not only they are possibly a part of the distraction, but like we started the show off with, potentially puppet masters pulling the strings on certain individuals with power at the present moment to get the desired effects.
So here's a video of Klaus explaining a little bit about the fourth industrial revolution.
It's true in France now. I'm with the president, with a young global leader, but what is important for me?
Look at things like gene editing.
Exactly.
Opening a whole new horizon for medical science.
And you see, the difference of this fourth industrial revolution is it doesn't change what you are doing. It changes you. If you take genetic editing, just as an example, it's you who are changed. And of course, this has a big impact on your identity.
Yeah. And offers certain kinds of possibilities that have to be careful about. When you began to do that kind of gene editing, some people worry that you are changing what it means to be human.
That's the problem. Of course, the new industrial revolution offers us many opportunities, but it raises manifold questions on the ethical, but even legal implications. And we have to be prepared for it. And that's what we want to do in Davos next year.
Crazy. It's not changing what you do. It's changing you.
Yeah, that's what they want.
I noticed a lot when they do interviews on him, he emphasizes certain words. And I've been paying attention to those certain words. And if you pay attention to those certain words, you could probably read between the lines. In a sense of saying that maybe he's lying or maybe he's really trying to really tell you something, but you need to be focused and paying attention.
Right? Yeah, he told me everything I needed to hear when he said what he told Charlie Rose, being a human is the problem.
Being human is a problem?
Yeah, because Charlie Rose was like, the level of genetic alteration that you want to do in editing a human could possibly create a species that's no longer human. And so, and so this goofball gonna sit there and look them dead in the eye and be like, that's the problem. Like, they human, so, you know what I'm saying? Like, the parallels to Matrix and sci-fi, where they try to run with the transhumanism and genetic manipulation, you know what I'm saying? All these different elements is essentially boiled down to the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
They not comfortable with themselves, and they ain't comfortable with you being you. They want to change themselves and you, your grandchildren, your neighbor, your little cousin, somebody that you've never met on the corner of the street, into a totally different individual.
Let's dive into what that means. What you mean they want to change me to not longer being a human?
Diabolical.
The World Economic Forum.
Yeah, they should be on money, huh?
Look, you would think that maybe I should pay attention to who the World Economic Forum is. Now, they just had an event called the Event 201. Okay. Let's see what that's about, what that means.
2019, the World Economic Forum, or WEF, co-hosted a global pandemic simulation known as Event 201 with the Johns Hopkins and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. A few months later, an actual pandemic began. In mid-2020, the WEF co-hosted a global cyber attack simulation with Sberbank, Russia's largest bank. Given the aftermath of Event 201, this has led to speculation that a cyber attack is around the corner. This video is the first.
Back to the blackout.
Okay.
I knew you was gonna try to pull a full cycle. You slick, G.
So what they did.
You slick, G. I like the way you did that.
So what they did was they had a simulation, okay, of an outbreak that just so happened what happened. And then the following year it happened, and it was COVID-19. Then they had another simulation, which was based upon a cyber attack. Now, in the World Economic Forum, what we got to understand is it's pretty much a group of rich individuals. Blow it up. It's a group of rich individuals, right, that come to this conference and they dictate what is good for you and good for me.
Should be doing it.
That's what it's all about.
But they should be doing it.
The rich, small people. It ain't even like, you know what I'm saying, all the corporations, which is a small hand of people that, you know, they say, you know, this is what the economy should look like.
Them is the elites. Those sound like that's what you're talking about, what they call the elites.
The elite, yeah. So, like I said, they had this simulation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually called, actually, they just had it recently. It's called Cyber Polygon. Cyber Polygon. Have you heard of it?
Man, I'm telling you, that's that blackout.
Well, let's see what that is.
Cyber Polygon is an annual cybersecurity event hosted by Bizone, a cybersecurity subsidiary of Sberbank. The first Cyber Polygon event took place in 2019, and it included simulations for DDoS, web application, and ransomware attacks. Unfortunately, the footage of Cyber Polygon 2019 has been removed from YouTube. Fortunately, it's still possible to download a PDF summary of the event.
Nah, I did download it. And it's a summary. And it's just pretty much they just took quotes of certain things that they want you to hear or read. Pretty much, that's all it is.
Nothing stuck out to you? Nothing memorable?
Not in the ones that they decided to select as far as the quotes and stuff. No.
Of course it would.
Not at all. But they had a few speakers, right? The first one was the Prime Minister of Russia. Okay, he's the second most powerful person next to Putin. Okay, so he was the first speaker.
They ain't do that.
Of this event.
Not him.
He did.
First speaker was none other than Mikhail Mishustin, the Prime Minister of Russia, the second most powerful person in the country after President Vladimir Putin. Mikhail revealed that the post-pandemic recovery will focus on digitization, a process that was accelerated by pandemic restrictions. The second speaker was none other than Klaus. He revealed that he'd been working closely with Herman, who you'll hopefully recall is the CEO of Sberbank. Klaus also said that he was pleased to have recently met with Putin, a meeting which apparently took place in St. Petersburg in November 2019. On that note, Putin is a so-called young global leader of the WEF. Young global leaders tend to become leaders of countries.
And he's a leader right now of Russia, and they got their conflict going on, as we know. Right. So that was the first speaker. Okay. And then after that, our boy Klaus, he came out, had to do his thing. Klaus had some very interesting stuff to say.
Okay. What Klaus talking about?
Well, let's see what he was talking about.
What you talking about, Klaus?
Hold on, that's the wrong one.
What you talking about, Klaus?
What I would say is the fourth industrial revolution don't seem like something I want to be a part of. It sounds very controlling, manipulative, deceiving. I'm trying to see. I don't think I have that one. Damn, I don't. But anyway, he was the fourth speaker. Okay? Actually, I do have it. Now, a couple of things that he was talking about was cooperation with other countries, right? I kind of looked at it more like cooperation with other countries, because there was some like hiccups with the plan. Like, the interviewer was asking her, what? Let's just play it. Let's just play it.
Professor Schwab, during this process, is it going to be debates, have very clear goals and processes before we start? Or is it more important that we take actions and with a can-do spirit? To you, which is more important?
I think it's not an alternative. The two are intertwined. You need, particularly if you work in the context of different countries, different cultures, different economic systems, you need to understand all your partners. So dialogue is very important in order to define common objectives. But once you know about the common objectives, then action becomes essential. So it's a combined process of having a dialogue, but also a dialogue which is action-oriented.
Are we successfully having both the world right now?
No, because we have certain countries which unfortunately do not support clearly the notion of global cooperation. I feel that if you want to establish a peaceful, prosperous, sustainable world in the long run, we have to be able to solve also short-term differences. So at the moment, I think what we have to do is to find small practical steps, such as the One Belt, One Road initiative, in order to fill the gap.
You and the
One Belt, One Road. That sounds something familiar I heard before. My Way or the Highway.
Yeah, they fanatical with this attempt for this great reset, man.
Yeah.
It's again diabolical.
Now, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm just going into it like, especially Klaus here.
Mm-hmm.
This has the potential to be probably one of the most catastrophic events in, I would say, all of human history, because according to the pattern that you're suggesting, that they have these simulations, these mock-ups, and within 12 to 13 months later, it's a real live event that's occurring globally, right? At the rate that we're going, especially the United States, we're trying to implement AI in so many different facets of life.
Yes.
That within a year, the potential of a cyber attack or cyber blackout would be probably the most traumatic thing. And with what we have as a leader, you know what I'm saying, whether it's scripted or, straight just, you don't know what's going on, because the people that he surrounded himself with are yes men and women. So in the event that they push this event to the fullest and have it occur, whether, like I say, intentional or unintentional, we about to be, what's the saying, shit up creek?
I'm glad you said that.
Without a paddle?
I'm glad you said that. There's a thing, like you said, called the Great Reset.
Yes, sir.
They've been talking about it for a while. It's nothing new. They actually brought it up, what's that, like around 2018? No, actually, they've been talking about it since 2012.
I'm about to say,
2012ers, right?
They started disrespecting the Mayans.
And let's see, like I say, real quick, let's see what the Great Reset is about. What that look like for us, I guess, if you would, because they're not very clear on what that is.
Are they ever?
Back to this year's Great Reset initiative. The World Economic Forum is strangely short on details of how it would actually work. That's probably why it's led to so many conspiracy theories. But while the Great Reset is openly talked about, there's surprisingly little information on specific programs, or how much money ought to be allocated to what. So at this point, it's just vague, big picture stuff. For example, information on actually Economic Forum until now. So back to this year's Great Reset initiative. The World Economic Forum is strangely short on details of how it would actually work. That's probably why it's led to so many conspiracy theories. But
what you think?
I think they're trying to destroy the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, they got the pictures in DIA. Well, I think they just took them down, but like, it's been in our face. I mean, we talk about 2012. We older. We can go back to the 90s. Anybody older than us can go back to the 70s and the 80s and the 60s. Mm-hmm. So they've been constantly trying to manipulate and bring their idea of what they consider a new world order into fruition. Mm-hmm. They've been doing this for years. Some people in some circles would say that on a biblical context that they're trying to usher in the kingdom of the Antichrist, something along that line. Yeah. But again, extremely diabolical that these people with this amount of money don't have the common sense to put their feet in the sand and get some papayas and mangoes in their life. You know what I'm saying? You want to destroy economies and yeah, again, it's horrendous.
Well, let me ask you this real quick. If you had woke up in the morning, and Nancy, you can answer this too. You wake up in the morning and your bank account has $10 billion in it.
Woo!
Billion.
Billy?
What you doing with it?
Billy.
What you doing?
Billy. Hold on, let me think about that. Cause you want to answer that? I gotta dwell on that. A whole Billy? Just one Billy? Or we talking about multiple Billies?
You got 10 right now.
10 Billies.
10 billion.
10 Billy.
What you doing with it, Nancy?
10 Billy. Whoa. I'm on the list. I'm on the list with the 10 Billy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. My bad. Let me think about it. Go ahead.
All right. This is what I'm gonna do. All right. I got 10 billion. I know with 1 billion, I could really change the world, right? Every person could eat. Hopefully, I don't get assassinated. Okay. I'm gonna just put that out there because I'm trying to do as good as possible.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is, right, and you understand, why I'm doing all this before I get to what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm finna go buy an army.
You're gonna buy an army.
I'm going to go buy somebody's army.
You're gonna buy
somebody else's army. Already fully, you did good to go.
You got a top 3 list of army?
No, I don't. I don't. But I'm getting the army, right? Okay. Reason why is I need protection because I'm getting the island. Okay, I'm getting the island. I'm doing some selfish stuff. I have to first. Okay, I have to secure
Get it
myself.
out your system.
Not out of my system. I have to secure the bag. Okay, all right.
But you woke up with the bag.
The bag could be gone.
Facts.
Protect the bag.
You gotta protect the bag.
After all that chasing, you gotta
put the P's on the bag.
Put some locks on it, put it in the safe, anything, right? All right, so I'm getting an island. I got an army, okay? Next thing I'm gonna do. Somebody else's army. Already fully, you did. What the fuck is going on? I don't. Oh, hold on.
They don't want you
Real
to
quick.
get the billion.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't want you to get the 10 billion. they
Not at all.
know you already.
All right, anyway, like I was saying, malfunction. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure everybody got a house. I'm coming back to America. Just all because my people here. I'm gonna make sure everybody got a house. But there's plenty of land. So I'm building houses all over the place, apartments all over the place. I feel like everybody should have the same thing. A roof over their head, you did. Free food, you understand me? Free water, all that good stuff. The highest paid individual in the country is gonna be farmers, okay? Not Bill Gates, real farmers, okay?
I like that. I like that.
And then if you want extra, and you get a car per crib.
I'm getting the transportation.
The reason why is I need turn this off. Turn this shit. I'm getting the island. Straight there. Turn that shit off. God damn it.
I got you. No, that's a nice plan.
Now, I say that because if everybody got their own crib, they got a car, everybody's stomach is good, crime will go down. You see what I'm saying? So there's no need for you to go out and snatch nothing from anybody else. So this is what I would do, things like that. What would you do with your Billy? Your 10, I would say.
I've been sitting back thinking for a hot second. And initially, I was like, man, I'm going to turn, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to turn the crib, I'm going to turn South Hope, you know what I'm saying? T-Town into like a black Silicon Valley, you know what I mean? Focus on technology, you know what I'm saying? Because that's where I'm looking at it, like somewhat in the same sentiment of how you want to provide and offer opportunities to the less unfortunate. But I'm thinking more like technology. I'm thinking like if with 10 Billy, right? 2 Billy, you could build an infrastructure, right? Another Billy, you know what I'm saying, you get cutting edge technology, right? The 4th Billy, you bring in, you know what I'm saying, the minds to help run that technology, right? Preferably, you know what I'm saying, melanated and those you affiliated with the melanin. And then, yeah, you lace a whole generation. You lace them youngsters with all that knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And with that infrastructure, yeah, you're gonna pump out. Yeah, effectively, it would turn the crib into like the 5th industrial revolution. But like I said, after sitting back with a little time to think with that money, because I just allocated about 4, right? I think I just went through 4 for the crib. If I did that times 2 here in the crib,
you putting the whole 4 Billy in one state? That's what you just said, right?
No, I'm talking about in a city.
Okay. Just trying to get clear.
Yeah, in a city. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I did that for the youngsters in the A, and then, you know what I'm saying, youngsters back in the A state. You know what I'm saying? In them two cities, right? That'll be powerhouse. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then I still got $1.5 billion to sit on, because you know $500 million gonna just, you know, have to be put up.
Okay.
But yeah, because I'm looking at it from this perspective. If you build the infrastructure, technology, right, to give opportunities those less unfortunate, that's gonna bring up a whole generation and let them be the forerunners with this knowledge, right? And so they're gonna build families, they're gonna strengthen their families. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna have a ripple effect throughout both of those economic spheres in both of those cities. And see, by taking a small scale, doing it in a city, you'll be able to infuse that money deeper. It'll have, you know what I'm saying? It'll go longer. Yeah, that's why I looked at it.
Well, so let's see what else Klaus Schwab was talking about in this exclusive interview at the World Economic Forum. And this is the type of things that certain billionaires who already got it are talking about doing for our economy.
Ties to Asia and particularly to China.
We're at a time of great change. You pointed it out many times, Professor Schwab. But the question is, are we going to learn during this learning curve efficiently and quick enough in order to adjust?
That's my biggest concern, that in the future we have a two-tier society. Those who embrace the future, who welcome change, who work hard to exploit the opportunities of change. And then you have the other half, or the other part of the population, maybe it's even a majority, which fears change, which of course has all the reasons to fear change, because the jobs may be threatened. I think this part of the population has played a major role already in the Brexit vote. It has played a role in the American elections. So it is a task of the leaders who really recognize what's happening to make sure that we do not have a gap between the winners and the losers, but we have a new type of social contract which takes care of those who are losing out in this modern world.
But then it takes leadership with great qualities.
That's
what
right.
are some of the adjectives you would describe for the best leadership qualities these days that we urgently need?
I would say a forward-looking vision. I would say serving the people. We have to be responsive. We never should forget that we have to serve the people who have entrusted us with leadership. So we have an obligation to be always committed to take also into account the interest of those people. So it's vision, it's responsiveness, and finally it's courage, because we don't know exactly how the future will unfold. So you have to take decisions under uncertainty. But if you know you serve the people, I think even if you make from time to time a mistake, I think it's the right path at the end, serving the people.
Spoken like a true puppet master.
Oh yeah. But serving what people? Who people? Whose people?
The puppets.
Anyway, what's your take? Go ahead.
Man, again, it's almost appalling at the amount of money, the amount of power, the amount of influence that they have, and they let themselves be taken over by this passionate desire to ruin the globe and the rest of humanity with it. I mean, for everything that he's sitting there saying, like, he's really, he's speaking as if it's a hypothetical situation. They're willing to rush technology, implement the fourth revolution without any type of compensation. Just like the lady said, you're gonna push this at a breakneck pace to where it won't even be possible. Because she phrased the question, will people be able to adjust? Will people be able to catch up with this emerging technology that's moving so fast? And it's like, well, that's the problem. Like, again, I said this about artificial intelligence a few episodes ago, but you create something that you already know will affect humanity in a negative way. And instead of taking precautions or refusing to implement this all together because of the negative impact, they rush head first with, I would say no disregard, but some people would say low. And it's a flip of the coin to say, well, the benefit of rich people becoming so wealthy that they're on royalty level, like kings and queens,
princes and stuff.
A lot of these elder, gentlemen with this type of money, they want to take it a step beyond, because with transhumanism, genetic manipulation, you go from the fantasizing about becoming a king, right, to becoming something akin to a god. And that's where it's all going, because the amount of wealth that they have, if they was able to attain power through genetic manipulation, transhumanism, or even through using artificial intelligence, like in the movie, uploading your brain, some sort of transcendence, it still puts them in the realm of where they feel that they are akin to like a god or a deity. And again, that's appalling, it's diabolical, because just the effect of one individual could have on the human race trying to achieve it is catastrophic. So yeah, we just talked about a handful of mobs.
We ain't even done yet, right?
That's right.
And I'm glad you mentioned royalty, right? You got people like King Charles III. You know what I'm saying? He got a net worth of nearly 800. King Charles. We have a net worth of nearly 850. Estimated. Wait, is that it? Just 800? Hold on. Wait, hold on. That can't be right.
Billy or Millie?
It's just Millie.
Oh, he's a Millie.
Just a Millie. That's interesting.
But 850 is like he like one quick loan shy of a Billy.
He's almost there, I guess.
That's a loan.
I guess he's
because he the king now. He can get a loan. King get a loan.
Look, so let's see what old Prince Charles, because you say he's the king now, right?
Yeah, he the king now.
He the king now. Okay. Well, let's see what old King Charles was talking about as far as like what's going to happen coming in the near future, what's needed in order for it to work. And I'm not sure, because I've seen this clip before, if people are trying to say his disposal, I should say, or its disposal. Either way it goes, it's a lot of money. What am I talking about? Let's just play the video.
I know you all carry a heavy burden on your shoulders, and you do not need me to tell you that the eyes and hopes of the world are upon you. To act with all dispatch and decisively, because time has quite literally run out. The scale and scope of the threat we face call for a global systems-level solution based on radically transforming our current fossil fuel-based economy to one that is genuinely renewable and sustainable. So, ladies and gentlemen, my plea today is for countries to come together to create the environment that enables every sector of industry to take the action required. We know this will take trillions, not billions of dollars. We also know that countries, many of whom are burdened by growing levels of debt, simply cannot afford to go green. Here we need a vast military-style campaign to marshal the strength of the global private sector. With trillions at its disposal, far beyond global GDP, and with the greatest respect, beyond even the governments of the world's leaders, it offers the only real prospect of achieving fundamental economic transition.
Who he was campaigning for?
His. Because
he was campaigning for himself?
First of all, it's going to take everybody to come together, okay, to make this work, okay? And there's going to be trillions at his disposal, or its disposal. Maybe it's the machine, maybe it's the person that's getting ready to come in that they're getting ready to usher or whatever that look like. Sounds something close to like the Antichrist kingdom, something like that, right?
Definitely reminiscent of that.
Now, I'm glad you brought something up early. Now, what you think, Nancy, on this real quick before I dive into this real quick? So let me get your opinion. What you think about Charles's statement about
King Chucky?
About
King Chucky.
About all this money that's going to be needed in order for the next step, I guess. Let's simplify it.
I think it is really sad that you have these people in positions of power having this kind of authority to control the world, to control how the world, functions, control how things are going to go. I'm just sitting here and just thinking, just biblical prophecies just coming forward, forth as he's talking, as I'm listening to the other billionaires, and it's like these small men have this much power to wreak crazy kinds of havoc on the world at large. And they have the money and the power to be able to do this.
Yeah.
Big facts.
This is really, this is crazy.
So what?
Truly crazy.
What reminds me, like you said, biblical prophecies being fulfilled, it reminds me of scripture, Revelation 17:17.
Yep.
Yeah, where it says, what do it say? For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will.
Oh, yeah.
And to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of God shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest, the great city. That word great, we always say that word great a lot. The great city which reigneth over the kingdoms, or the kings of the earth. Yeah. So it sounds like they're trying to usher in the Antichrist a little bit, if you would, or create, if you would, like I would say, the kingdom before he gets here. So as soon as he step up to the scene, he ain't got to do nothing. Everything's good. Yeah. So that's what I kind of got from young Charlie. You did.
Yeah, I mean, just to, like you say, circle back around how you was talking about earlier with the seeds. They're just making the ground fertile. You know what I'm saying? So the little ugly bug can pop on up, sprout on up. You know what I'm saying? It's about that time. It's that season. You know what I mean? Like I said, you got that little orange goop ball up here. You know what I mean? He trying to manifest what he want to manifest, and then, like you said, you got all these other billionaires. Speaking of which, I'm glad we didn't put him in that category, because this Mars just went from barely scratching it like the king here, and then let's see, he been in office what, 7 months? So the President Sherman.
So his net worth is shooting up that fast?
So the President Sherman made $5.3 billion in the last 6 months.
Off of tariffs?
No. You wasn't aware that he has his own cryptocurrency?
Oh, yeah, I was aware of that.
Yeah, and then, you know, I mean, he got a gold bar last week. He got some Bitcoin this week.
You know what I'm saying? With some
somebody offered him a jet a few months ago.
Right.
So yeah. And a lot of this is stuff that they don't even report, like straight on the table.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every time the Suns fly out to a different country, yeah, they ain't coming back empty-handed.
No. No.
Never that.
No.
Yeah, they pull up with the bag open, like, what you got? Like Santa Claus. Every day is Christmas for this mug, man.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Real talk.
And we have to pay attention to certain words that they always use and are throwing out there. You know what I'm saying? So we can understand what's really being said or whatever. Just be aware more, I would say. Just be a little bit more aware. Because are you aware of certain words like globalization 4.1?
Globalization 4.0, shaping a new global architecture in the age of the fourth industrial revolution. Or creating a shared future in a fractured world. Or the Great Transformation. With names like these, I'm surprised people weren't scared of the World Economic Forum until now. So back to this year's Great Reset initiative. The World Economic Forum is strangely short on details of how it would actually work. That's probably why it's led to so many conspiracy theories. But while the Great Reset is openly talked about, there's surprisingly little information on specific programs.
Yeah. Meanwhile, go ahead, Nancy. Go ahead.
No. I was just fussing the Great Reset.
Yeah. When I think of reset, what that look like? You turn something off, and everything is completely wiped, and it goes back to default factory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You have to turn it all the way off, turn it back on.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
what's their default? What do they think should be the default?
That's the question.
That is
Let me phrase it different. What era do they think civilization should be reset back to as a default? That's the best
question.
way to phrase it.
Well,
that's the question.
That is the question. And like I said, they've been speaking on it since 2012.
The forum has been using similar language to the Great Reset for years. Like here, where they talk about how the underlying systems are broken and a major rethink needs to take place to move in the right direction to realize a global vision for a more sustainable and inclusive growth model for the world and future generations. That's from their Great Transformation theme back in 2012.
Yeah, so they've been talking about it for a minute. There's nothing new, right? Nancy, you got anything to say? Because I'm about to go to the next person. Very interesting young fella.
Another whippersnapper?
Another whippersnapper.
A young whippersnapper at that?
Yeah.
According to G, they all been young.
Man, these dudes are so old.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he don't drink prune juice.
So we got Yuval Harari. Yuval Harari.
Yeah, I'm familiar with this.
Yeah.
This man.
Talk to me. How you feel about this strappy young fellow here?
Well, again, those are not adjectives I would use for describing this gentleman, but yeah, he an author, man. You know what I'm saying? I read a few books. You know what I mean? Heard an audio book or two. Again,
just for a little context, he is a Israeli historian, author, and public intellectual. There you go. Who specializes in human history and technology. Go ahead.
So yeah, he had a series called Sapiens, which literally is the personification of exactly what you said. And he posited this hypothesis going forward in the future, showing like all the different achievements of mankind and how it can come together, and we can build upon that and jump straight into transhumanism. So yeah, he's a transhumanist, you know what I'm saying? He's pushing for that meld of technological, biological, no longer human entity to go into the future. But again, the Sapien series, you know what I'm saying, initially you start reading it, listen to it, it's a good read, you know what I mean? But when you start learning about the author and his passions and, you know, his aspirations of, you want to play that Trump video? Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Well, we do know he has very interesting, we'll just say interesting views.
Very.
On life,
Very.
on humans.
I would say eclectic.
We could, I guess, yeah, for sure. But yeah, he's also he's married to Inkich. Yahweh.
Don't say it.
I have to. Inkich. That's his name. Inkich.
Just show the picture.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, he is gay. You know what I'm saying? Met him in 2002. That's his husband. Great. So, and he goes against a lot of his, I guess you would say, traditional upbringing, if you would. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, I would like to play a video of an interview that he had. And if you pay attention, right, pay attention to the interviewer's face. He looking like, I signed up for the wrong goddamn shit. I can't say nothing. I ain't saying nothing, but this can't be right. This can't be right.
You would have gave him that Klaus look if you had said so.
Yeah, look, listen, man. His views on just the soul itself. Like you say, transhumanism, taking your soul, your brain, putting it into a machine, and you feel like now you can live forever. Yep. They're gonna be pitching it to you to make you feel like, you know what I mean, this is the next way of eternity.
Yeah, they're gonna tell you that we're gonna give you a body made out of titanium alloy. You're gonna be able to fly. You're gonna be able to breathe underwater.
Are you gonna get yourself cyborged up?
For what?
Nancy, you getting some extra pieces?
No. What for?
I'm a leave the same way I came in.
All right.
Booty
That
butt.
part. Fleshy.
Bivol.
Booty butt.
I'm not interested in trying to live forever.
Yeah, well, that's gonna be the push, right? To get, I guess, people to want it, right? Because they have to make you want it, right?
Yeah, I don't want to be in no titanium.
I don't know.
I don't want to be involved with what he has to say. Check it out.
Customer is always right. In the end, corporations say customers have free will. But once corporations and governments have the ability to hack humans, then there is no longer free will. First of all, we are seeing an enormous rise in unemployment because of the pandemic. And at the same time, I mean, you could have expected, okay, there'll be a period of large unemployment. Gradually, within a few years, things will return to normal and people will have jobs again. But this time it's different because at the same moment, you also have a dramatic historical shift in the economy, which is digitalization and automation. So entire industries are being digitalized and automated, something that experts thought would take 10, 20 years and will have a problem in 2040. It's now accelerating. That, you know, in my own university, we talked about moving online, digitalizing the university for years and have done nothing. When the COVID strike, we did it in 2 weeks, just shifted the whole university online. Now there is a new form of imperialism, kind of digital imperialism. To dominate a country today, you don't need to send in the tanks, you just need to take out the data.
Just take out the data.
Hey man, what's his net worth? He look like a baby billionaire because he look nervous.
You know what's crazy about his network, right? Let me pull it up for you. It's very interesting, right? It says there is no reliable public information available about Yuval Noah Harari's net worth, while his books, such as
Sapiens,
have sold over 23 million copies worldwide. Now, he got to have something.
He got money. He got money.
Okay. Yeah.
He was looking real nervous in that interview. I thought it might have been he was a fresh billionaire, but now that I think about it, he was nervous off the stuff he was saying. Like,
no,
they might hit me with one of them ice bullets.
Nah. Now, you want to see how greasy he talks? I got a little bit more. Now, they are blaming. Now, see, the thing is, right, with this Great Reset, they're using it, or they're using 9/11, right? I guess if you want to cook a little bit, 1 being A, 9 being 1, COVID, AI. But anyway, they use COVID-19, right, as the beginning of it all, the test trial, right, for the cyber attack situation. So they're always going to bring up COVID-19 was, it set us back, and this is what we need to be able to do to move forward and be, a better world, if that makes sense, right? I guess. But anyway, let's see what he has to say. Mind-blowing. Check this out.
Critical, because this is what convinces people to accept, to legitimize total biometric surveillance. If we want to stop this epidemic, we need not just to monitor people, we need to monitor what's happening under their skin. What we have seen...
Need to do what?
Yeah, that's Crisco talk.
Not only monitor you, but monitor what's going on under your skin.
Yeah, that's Crisco talk.
Yeah, so let's keep going and see what else he has to say. Now, Nancy, before I go any deeper, matter of fact, I'm gonna let you answer when we come back. All right, let's keep going.
Not just to monitor people, we need to monitor what's happening under their skin. What we have seen so far, it's corporations and governments collecting data about where we go, who we meet, what movies we watch. The next phase is the surveillance going under our skin. We're now seeing mass surveillance systems established even in democratic countries, which previously rejected them. And we also see a change in the nature of surveillance. Previously, surveillance was mainly above the skin. Now it's going under the skin. Governments want to know not just where we go or who we meet. Above all, they want to know what is happening under our skin. What's our body temperature? What's our blood pressure? What is our medical condition? Now humans are developing even bigger powers than ever before. We are really acquiring divine powers of creation and destruction. We are really upgrading humans into gods. We are acquiring, for instance, the power to re-engineer life. I know that in recent years, we saw populist politicians undermining deliberately the trust that people have in important institutions like universities, like respectable media outlets. These populist politicians told people that, say, scientists are this small elite, disconnected from the real people. I mean, all this story about Jesus rising from the dead and being the Son of God, this is fake news. Humans are now hackable animals. The whole idea that humans have, they have this soul or spirit and they have free will and nobody knows what's happening inside me. So whatever I choose, whether in the election or whether in the supermarket, this is my free will, that's over.
He sounded like him.
He sounded like he's very confident.
He sounded like him.
Like him?
Like, yeah, like that dude that they talk about in the book.
Oh, that dude.
In Apocrypha.
Young AC?
Man, he real passionate, bro.
Very passionate. I got more.
Entities in the world. After thousands of years, during which humans were the rulers of the world, authority and power will shift away from humans to computers. and most humans will become economically useless and politically powerless. Already today, we are beginning to see the creation of a new class of humans, the useless class. Just as the Industrial Revolution in the 19th century created the new working class, the proletariat, so now the artificial intelligence revolution is beginning to create the useless class.
Boy, look at that moto.
The useless class.
I take it back. I'm wrong. He ain't him. He him behind him. You know what I'm saying? The false prophet.
Yep.
Because he got that setup. You know what I'm saying? Because he to sit there and be confident in saying that artificial intelligence is going to bring about a useless class of humans. I heard that loud and clear, like,
yeah, useless.
Yeah, ain't nobody talked that bold in about a good 100 years.
Hold on. He ain't the only one talking about how useless you is, right? Pretty much in a sense, like in the year, yeah, you is, because you just like everybody else, right? You ain't the elite. In 2030, they predict that, right? You don't need to own anything. No ownership. Why? Because it's all a service. Why have ownership when you just getting that as a service? You don't need to own nothing. Let's see what they talking about.
And everyone has free, unlimited access to clean energy somehow. I don't own anything. I don't own a car. I don't own a house. I don't own any appliances or any clothes. That sounds like abject poverty, but it's totally not. The article is suggesting that you don't need to own anything because you can just get everything for free as a service. We have access to transportation, accommodation, food, and all the things we need in our daily lives. One by one, all these things became free, so it ended up not making sense for us to own much. If that sounds like a beautiful utopia to you,
Nancy? Huh? You there? That sound like a beautiful utopia to you?
No, it sounds like a lazy utopia to me. I'm like, man, I'm sitting here thinking about some of the movies where they have it like, you know, you don't even have to go anywhere. You can just have this big old thing on the screen and it automatically makes you feel like you're there. And it's like it's not the same thing. Because my goodness.
Yeah. Now, if you don't know your history, you're bound to repeat it, right?
But something worse.
Yeah. So let's just continue a little bit with this clip.
think about it in a historical context. Remember all the governments that promised free stuff? In China, Mao Zedong promised land to the tillers. But as soon as he rose to power, he ended up killing the landlords and forcing people to work on collective farms. Soon, millions of people starved to death. Well, except for the wealthy elite. In Venezuela, Hugo Chavez promised to eradicate poverty. But within 2 decades, he had turned a nation that was unequal but prosperous into a nation where everyone was equal, equally poor, and can barely afford food. Well, except for the wealthy elite. Governments that promised equality and free stuff have always ended up taking away people's money and property rights, from the Soviet Union to Cuba to Zaire. Wait, but how about the Nordic countries that are touted as great models of socialism? The secret is, they're not socialist. The Nordic countries all made free market reforms in the late 20th century because their economies were crashing under the weight of big government. Now, they all have free markets, private business, and ensure strong property rights. And let's look at Norway, which has the highest GDP per capita. Their secret to economic success? It starts with massive oil extraction. And then they invest oil money in stock markets in other countries. So basically, Norway pays for its big social programs through oil and capitalism, not through green energy and equity.
Yeah. What's your take? Well, anyway, that's, you know what I mean, a little bit of what we can expect. You don't need to own anything. You get it as a service. Now, who's going to be providing these services?
AI.
Of course, right?
You ever seen Wally?
I haven't.
That's what they trying to do to us.
I'm about to go watch it now.
Everybody was big in a big old floating chair with a big gulp in VR.
And you ain't doing nothing.
In VR.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That sounds like where we're heading.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta love it, right? So anyway, right? I got one more on Klaus. Let's play one more for Klaus. And then we're gonna move on to young, who's that? Elon Musk. One more for Klaus.
Audience, and we have politics. We have if necessary program because.
Hold on real quick. Let me make sure I got the right one. All right, bam. Here we go. My bad.
Audience, and we have politics. We have continuous partnerships with many governments around the world. And of course, we have NGOs, we have trade unions, we have all those different parts.
Media, of course.
Media, of course, right? And very important experts and scientists and academia. Because if we are looking at the future, I think we should look at new solutions, and the new solutions will be very much driven by technological developments.
And we even have, you even have religious leaders, right?
We have religious leaders, we have social entrepreneurs, very important social entrepreneurs.
So it sounds like everybody in on it.
Man, they building that infrastructure for that dude.
Now, it's definitely lining up. It's definitely lining up with things like what is it? Mass depopulation of the earth. Look, hold on, I think I got a little bit more.
The session we just attended here at the Economic Forum, I think there was a sense of relief, actually, in your frankness. You brought up some issues that others are reluctant to bring up.
Always. All the religious groups are against me because I'm talking about population. They want more souls. I want less on the planet.
Oh, wow.
What?
Let's also be clear. The future is not just happening. The future is built by us, by a powerful community as you here in this room. We have the means to improve the states of the world. But two conditions are necessary.
What are they?
The first one is that we act all as stakeholders of larger communities, that we serve not our only self-interests, but we serve the community. That's what we call stakeholder responsibility. And second, that we collaborate. And this is the reason why you find many opportunities here during the meeting to engage into very action and impact-oriented initiatives to make progress related to specific issues on the global agenda.
Yikes.
Yeah, they in one accord, man.
Yeah, they are.
I'm talking about
everybody.
Pollute your water, destroy your food. You know what I'm talking about? And take away the access to knowledge.
Like I said once before, if you don't know your history, you're bound to repeat it. It seems like something happens every 100 years. You got the War of 1812, right? That pretty much shaped this nation, right? Then you got 100 years after that, you got what? The creation of the Federal Reserve Bank. Yeah, 1913.
Yeah, I was about to say almost.
1933, around that time. You know what I'm talking about? You got the creation of the Social Security. the credit, all that stuff, right? Then a whole another 100 years, here we are now. You know what I'm saying? Now we're jumping into.
Don't forget Reconstruction era.
Oh yeah.
Same time frame.
Absolutely. And here we are now, 100 years later. Changing up again. You dig what I'm saying? So, the person that's going to help us change is going to be old Elon Musk. Okay. Elon Musk. He has let's see, let's do it like this. He has a pretty decent net worth.
I bet he do.
413 billion.
Almost halfway there.
413. He's halfway to where you understand me.
He almost to the trillion.
And all that's from cars, you know, selling cars and, you know, SpaceX and just, you know, giving back to the human race. You know, he's all about the people.
Government funding?
Oh yeah, that part. Yeah, that part. So Elon Musk, how you feel about Elon?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I know he bogus. You know he bogus. Because I know you know he bogus. But you know that tweet kicked it off. You want to talk about changing? A change came off one tweet.
And what that tweet say?
Said that man was in them five. Mic drop.
Man, more distractions, man.
I'm just saying though, but he kicked off the biggest distraction that then turned into a snowball downhill to the point, you know, young Sherbert doing everything he can to get you not to look at the snowball. And the snowball done ran over so many people. Like he didn't kick the door in Chocolate City. You know, cause, you know, I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, they got a Republican and a Democrat trying to bust his head. They talking about they gonna release the joints tomorrow. I don't believe it, but yeah, that's tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, the way they talking about him capitulating the Putin, he might want the files to be released, because that might distract off of the other distract before he come with another distraction. Because again, we 8 months in, 7 months in.
8.
Man.
8.
Come on, man.
So
we got about 30 more distractions before Christmas.
Look, yeah. Yeah, we got a whole lot more to come. Elon Musk is the richest man on earth, correct? I guess from cars, I guess.
That we know of.
That we know of. What's interesting, I was watching Left Behind the other day, and a couple of things was like, you know what I'm saying, just coming to me, if it would, right? Like, for example, Nikolai Carpathian was the Antichrist, right? That was the name, his name, Nikolai Carpathian. And I thought, like, hold on, let me see. Nikolai Carpathian. So Nikolai Tesla was famous for electricity, okay? And then you got car. So the first electric car was developed by Elon Musk, okay? Just putting two and two together a little bit, right? But he's I thought at one point maybe like his kid or something was gonna be like the Antichrist, right? Because he's ushering it, you know, you gotta raise that up, right? Whatever. But no, he just got the bread that's gonna help, you know what I mean, for when your internet go down, he got a backup for you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you want that internet, but the internet is called Starlink, okay? It's already up and available, I guess, right now. I think when they internet went down, Elon was like grateful, like, I would give you my internet, you can have it. They didn't want it. I wonder why they didn't want it, right? But Starlink.
He couldn't give it away?
Nah, he couldn't get it away. Starlink technology. Starlink is the world's most advanced satellite constellation using a low Earth orbit to deliver broadband internet capable of supporting streaming, online gaming, video calls, and more.
Yeah, if it's low orbit, it sounds like that's gonna be spotty.
Anyway, so when your internet go down, this is what's gonna be available, pretty much, right? All right, so let's check out this quick little video by Elon.
I'm gonna pop out the DVD player.
And play what? All them DVDs are scratched up. Blu-ray.
I got Milky Way for blood, evolution in my veins. I'm gone, I've been far away. I'm illuminated now, make a move, start a waves. I've been dreaming about flying for a long time. I had a vision from the birds, they want a coastline. Artificially intelligent way, I'm your future, past and present, I'm a fine line. Yeah, I'm a missing link of this illusion. I am not really here, I'm an intrusion. I don't swim or sink, I just flow. I don't need gravity, I need flow. When I move, is it a quick rumble? I won't ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down, won't slap, there is no crumble. When I
Yep.
Yeah. So when your internet go down, Elon Musk got you.
Nah, man. Blu-ray got me, man.
You sure? You got to get connected, man. You know the kids got to be on the internet, man.
Man, my anime collection.
Nah. You tell the kids that. The kids need a Wi-Fi player.
Man, I'm gonna throw a documentary on and sit down and get some popcorn.
Yeah, okay. You can try that if you want to.
Call it a eat.
Yeah, in the future, you're going to need Wi-Fi for anything to work. True. For your car to work, probably. For your refrigerator to work. True. I'm pretty sure they're going to make it to where everything is relied on a connection.
Unless we come together now.
Okay.
Build the infrastructure up. So when they try that, we already good.
Okay. Have you ever heard of deep fakes?
Of course.
Probably some people haven't heard of it. I'm gonna play this video of deep fakes. And what the hell is a deep fake?
Who we deep faking on?
I don't know.
The fourth and fifth speakers were Roger Halbherr, Chief Security Advisor at Microsoft, and Igor Lyapunov, Vice President for Information Security at Rostelecom, Russia's largest digital services provider. The moderator was Bloomberg journalist Ryan Chilcote, and the topic was the future of cyber. Igor revealed that governments have better cybersecurity than most private companies. Roger seemed to agree, but he said this has changed ever since the pandemic began. That's because there was a huge spike in cybercrime that put private companies on their toes. The discussion then got interesting when Ryan asked the panelists about deepfakes. Igor said that there's currently no interest in deepfakes and the only use he sees for them is entertainment. He added that it would take around 2 to 3 years for deepfakes to become any kind of threat. Roger took the opposite angle by predicting that deepfakes will make it possible to orchestrate, quote, attacks that we have never seen before. If you watched our recent video about deepfakes in warfare, you'll know both chaps were completely correct in their predictions. The discussion got even more interesting when Ryan asked about cyber attacks from Russia. Igor argued that cybercrime has no nationality, and this is because many organized cybercrime groups are diverse. Roger revealed these groups initially agreed not to target healthcare infrastructure, initially being the key word.
Initially being the key word. So, man, look, man, we got a lot to discuss. We're going to break down a lot of these people here next week. You feel me? But you know how we do around here, man.
We got more people next week.
We got a lot more people.
More billionaires?
No, let's just home in on these ones for a moment, if you would. You know?
Elon definitely needs some homing in on.
Absolutely.
King Chucky definitely could, put a young target on him. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think we scratched the surface on Bill.
At all. But we have to just shine a little bit of light on some of the key players. That's all.
Yeah, we gotta let them know.
We gotta let them know.
Gotta let them know.
Now, I'm gonna lighten up things a little bit.
Oh Lord.
Just a little bit.
Oh Lord.
Now, okay. Let me ask you this question, right? Cause you have wonderful sons, you know what I'm saying? And you grew up in the era that I grew up in, where you could get knocked, you dig out, right? As a child. Sometimes you have to like hold yourself and restrain yourself. But I wonder, would you be able to restrain yourself in a situation like this?
She knew it was coming too.
First of all,
you see the way she held it. You see the way she held it, like.
First of all, you gotta look at everybody in this situation, okay? First
That's
of all,
so bogus.
mom is, she either knows that the camera is on her, and she like, yeah, you know what?
I got you.
I got you. As soon as this camera cut, I'm not going to jail. Me, I'm going to jail right then and there. Sorry. Call CPS. It is what it is. I'm sorry. Then the girl that did the spitting, the stare down was serious, Jack. What you gonna do with it? And then the sis, she shocked, like, oh, I can't believe it. I'm about to have my own room. Oh, hold on, let's play it again.
That was the realest reaction. Little sis over there,
I'm
she
going
knew
to
the
jail.
business.
I'm going to jail. You gonna trick her?
She got clothes.
Like, what you gonna do?
She
You
got
know the
clothes.
camera on. What you gonna do? Little sis like, yep, I'm about to be the only child.
Jail. I'm not gonna lie, jail. I would have went to jail.
Little sis, like, I seen this before.
Like, yeah, I tricked you. I ain't had to trick you, but you ain't. I spit in my face. Jail.
Yeah.
Precarious times we living in. Precarious
man.
times.
Yeah, man. So, with that being said, man, look, listen, do I do it to him? Do I do it to him? Nah, I ain't gonna do it to him. I'll do it next week. But I will do this, though. Appreciate you tuning in to Fly on the Wall. You know what I'm saying? Be sure to tune in every Thursday. You dig? If you want to get on the show, hit us up. Our network, AHRRNetwork at gmail.com, my bad. And then tune in, man. We got a lot of shows coming up, a lot of dope stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to everybody who's been sending super stickers, who's been chiming in the comments and all that good stuff. Shouts out to anybody, to the people in the crib.
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? What it do, Quet? You know what I'm talking about? Everybody in T-Town, South Ho, you know what it do.
You know what it do. Hey. And you know what, man? Look, listen, I'm gonna end it on this note because that song in the very beginning, man, it feel good, man. It just resonated a little bit of something in me, man. I don't know about you, but it just feels good to me. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna end it with this here.
You might well make this our theme song,
man. You know, hey, man, credit song, nigga. We just done, man. Huh? Or go lay down.
Lay down. There she goes.